Bonjour, Paula here from Crêpes Paulette, and I'm here today to show you how to make a Thai crepe with one of our new crepe kits. It's going to look like this when you get it. You'll open it up and find 4 of our signature gluten-free buckwheat crepes, as well as chicken if you ordered a chicken one. We also offer it in cashew for vegetarians, and some pre-mixed cabbage and cilantro. You'll also have 4 little portions of our peanut sauce. I forgot to bring any of the portion cups home with me today, so I'm going to be using it out of here, but it's very similar to the way we will use it. And you'll find a little portion cup of sriracha in case you want to spice it up a little bit. So let's get started. I am going to be working once again on my trusty crepe griddle, but you can use any griddle of any shape or size, and you can also use a skillet. I do suggest if you use a skillet, make it either non-stick or use a cooking spray to help you a little bit with it not sticking. So let's go ahead and get started. I've got my griddle on to a little over medium heat. You can start with medium. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit to speed things up for us today. First thing you're gonna do is put down some fat. I like butter. You can use oil if you want. You can use olive oil. You can use canola oil. Anything you want, but you do need some sort of fat to crisp up the crepe itself. So spreading that around nice and bubbly so we know it's hot. And I'm just using a simple little wooden spatula that won't mar the surface of this. So we're gonna peel off one of our crepes. Very easy to peel off, put it down. You'll notice the artisan nature of these crepes. We've got some holes and things like that. That's all fine, it's good, it's what makes it even more special and crispy. At this time, if you would like to add an egg, that is not included in the kit. It's not necessary, but I recommend it. It gives it a little more body, makes it a little easier to work with. So I'm going to break an egg in a bowl and pre-mix it. Very often I just break it on the crepe and mix it on the crepe itself, but this is a little easier right at first when you're first starting out. So I'm going to mix it up a little bit, pour it on there, and you're just going to spread it around. You can get it as near or over the edges as you like. It's really an imprecise science. Just kind of want to spread it out. You can see it already starting to seize up and cook a little bit on that hot griddle. I'm going to leave that and start adding my other ingredients. For this crepe, I'm going to start with the chicken. Those are the chunks that need to get heated. So I'm going to put that down. I'm going to show you a very simple fold here today because we have some very bulky ingredients. So cabbage and chicken, they take up a little space. But put your chicken on about half of that crepe, and then we're gonna move on to the cabbage. Sprinkle that on half too. And then we will add our peanut sauce. Now this is one of our thicker sauces, so you can't pour it on like you can our salsa or our pesto. So I'm just gonna dollop it on, and I'm gonna put it on the top part of the crepe. And that's gonna allow me to spread it around a little bit as I go. And you want quite a bit on there. Use your full portion cup because it really adds to the cabbage and the chicken and gives it a lot of flavor throughout. At this time, if you want to add some of that sriracha that's also included in your cup, it's the time to do it, or you can add it afterwards too. So now basically it's just about letting it cook and heat up a little bit. I'm going to make sure that egg is cooked underneath, which it looks like it is. And what I'm going for is a nice kind of firm side of that crepe so that you can tell that it's crispy before you fold it over. So I'm going to let it heat just a little bit more before I flip it. The other thing I wanted to tell you about here is you can try different folds. This maybe is not the one that is the best one to try that on just because it's such a bulky, it's got so many bulky ingredients. But if you wanted to do some different folds, I'm going to show you some of those in some other videos, so have at it. So that's getting a little bit more body there, you can see. I'm going to go ahead and flip that over, and that's going to allow those ingredients inside to steam a little bit more and heat them up. Let me see if I can turn this around for you to have a look. So you can kind of offset it a little bit, or you can make it exactly like that. I know some people like to then have it again and put it on their plate. I'm just going to serve it like this because I think it makes it easier to cut into it with a knife and fork. So that's just about done. Let me show you how get under there with that, with your spatula, and just slide it off. And voila, you have a nice Thai crepe all ready to go.